Dragon Ball fans from all around the world, we have the official Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 trailer coming off of Anime Expo, guys, and we have a lot to talk about here today. Now, first things first, I will say the 3-minute timer online hasn't seemed to have changed, which kind of disappoints me because it just seems as if we have the whole 3-minute limit online thing. So that's really disappointing if you ask me, because I thought that was going to be a feature to where they were going to improve on and fix and ultimately take away, because 3 minutes online just seems very, very short. But of course, the 3-minute timer has returned. The link to the actual trailer will be down in the description below, guys. Go on ahead and watch it. So much awesome things to talk about now. Trunks is after a duo who is manipulating time. They're moving characters around. They're bringing in movie characters from their timelines into the respective current timelines and stuff, as we saw with Cooler and Frieza. So it is official that movie characters will be transcending and making their appearance and making their presence known ultimately in the main saga arcs, as seen with Broly. Broly seems as if he has Mira and Toa's little design imprinted on his forehead. The same thing applies with JANEMBA, as you guys can see right above. So there is a duo. Ultimately enough, I believe it's Mira and Toa, but it hasn't really been confirmed that it's them. But we do know of the previous duo having to being, Mira and Toa. So now this duo is back, except this time they're creating time alterations. They're bringing in characters and putting them in timelines in which they don't even belong. So there's lots of awesome things here to talk about. First things first, Super Saiyan 3 for your custom-made character has been confirmed, as you guys have seen in my previous video, to where, Rhymestyle was the first person to pretty much break the news before the trailer actually came out. So that was pretty cool. JANEMBA and GOGETA are in the game finally, right, guys? So many things to talk about, as we saw with Lord Slug and Turles. But the cool thing about this was the fact that we get to see Turles eat the fruit from the Tree of Might, but of course, alongside next to him, we see Lord Slug eat the exact same fruit. So that was really cool. But of course, if you pay attention to the background, it seems as if they're located on Namek. So that's pretty interesting yet weird at the same time, because what the hell is Turles and Lord Slug doing on planet Namek alongside Cooler as well? Cooler's there, final form Cooler. No confirmation yet on Metal Cooler. Towards the end of the trailer, we get to see Bardock witness his son in Super Saiyan Blue format battle Golden Frieza, which was mind-blowing, because either that was a premonition of what his son was going to do in the future, or he was actually there. But we see Bardock, he's there, he's watching Golden Frieza fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which is really cool. Of course, alongside with that, we see Zarbon, we see Dodoria, which I don't really understand why they're in the game in the first place, but of course, I guess some people wanted to see them included. So as long as we don't have Raspberry and a pool in the game, that should be all fine and dandy. So we get to see, a new playable map, which was Hell. No confirmation yet on the maps themselves. We do have the World Martial Arts Tournament, we do have the Cell Games Arena, we do have various other locations, but the full grand scale of every single arena and location has not yet been confirmed. But of course, in retrospect, if you guys are wondering about the official release date, it is going to be October 25th, 2016. This October, guys. Expect Rampage to occur online, because all of us are going to be getting on throwing down online, which is going to be pretty cool. Again, I've issued the challenge, and I have a massive list of people that I am supposed to battle online that I've written down. So for those of you who want to challenge me one-on-one, 2v2, 3v3s, playing online, playing, parallel quests and stuff, we're going to be doing that this October. So make sure you guys are prepped and ready for that. I mean, who would have thought that the game would be coming out this year, right? So the Z Souls have been removed. I mentioned them in my previous updates, to where they included Super Souls, which again, we don't know if that's going to play as a huge advantage for the player or not. But of course, in the trailer, we get to see the Supreme Kai of Time fall down. We don't know what happened to her. People have been talking about Demigra making an appearance. I really doubt that Demigra is going to be in this game. Now, it pertains to the super characters. I mentioned this before. People were wondering, well, what about the super characters? They will not be included on the Day 1 edition. They will not be included on the launch of the game. The Dragon Ball super characters are essentially, I guess you could say, in the works, and they will be released in DLC format. So in case you guys are wondering about some of the super characters like Champa and Vados, Frost, Hit, Kaba, Magetta, possibly even Black Goku or Goku Black, future Trunks from the current Dragon Ball Super timeline and stuff, possibly even the Omni King. I mean, I can definitely see that happening. Those characters we're going to have to be waiting for in terms of DLC launch, because as of right now, the game is kind of done. They're going to be working on more content, of course. Now, we get to see our characters run around the world. We get to see them just interact with one another. Very similar to Dragon Ball MMO, the Dragon Ball Online game, to where we get to have hoverboards and scooters and little motor vehicles and stuff, which is, again, a little wacky-tacky for Dragon Ball, but of course, they're going back and they're adapting some of the features from the Dragon Ball MMO game into this game, as you guys can reflect upon and see. comparing, you know, Xenoverse 2 to the Dragon Ball MMO game. But of course, we get to see our characters interacting with others, possibly obtaining quests and possibly obtaining various other missions for you guys to go on ahead and level up your character, learn how to fly, learn how to transform, and several other things. We get to see, you know, several things from the hub as well. It just seems as if we're going to be traveling all throughout time. Certain scenarios to where we get to see our characters, or at least if you're going to be playing as a Namekian, over on Namek, which is pretty cool nonetheless. But with that being said, I am also very, very excited about the new mechanics in the game. The way you're fighting, the way the combo system is, everything is much more detailed and much more improved. As you guys saw previously, every single time you power up, or at least as strong as you are, the rocks all around you and the dirt and the gravel is going to be rising up above. So that's pretty cool, because that's exactly what happens when you power up in Dragon Ball, as seen with Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Cell, every single character. Every single time they power it up, you get to see rocks fly around all around them and stuff, which is pretty cool, because the little detail, I believe, counts in the game. So every single time, you know, you're gonna power up or whatnot, expect the rocks and the landscape around you to change, which again, I can definitely see happening online, because everyone's gonna be powering up, everyone's gonna be doing, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. So expect that. Split screen will not be in the game. Split screen will not be adapted in this game. I think the whole split screen era is gone. Local multiplayer will be included in the game, but of course it's gonna be Naruto style, so you will not have the ability to use split screen at all in this game. The character roster hasn't been necessarily confirmed, or at least the entirety of the roster. We're gonna have various movie characters included. Some people might say, well, what about the characters that can transform? Are they gonna have their own slots? That has not been confirmed either. But the entirety of the menu, the entirety of the loading screen has been changed as well. Lots of new features added, of course. The dynamic system when you fight online, of course, is gonna be very, very different as well. Again, the 3-minute timer is back, so if you guys are stoked about that, or if not, let me know down below. I am not excited about that one, because in Battle of Z we had 10 to 15 minutes. In the other games, of course, we never really had online, but of course Battle of Z, I think, did it just a little better when it came down to the timer, because that allowed people to just fight online more and stuff like that. So your custom character can become a Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyans 1, 2, or 3. We have various new movie characters adapted, such as Gogeta and JANEMBA, which was a fan requested thing for such a long ass time. And of course we get to see, you know, certain scenarios happen with Bardock witnessing his son fight Golden Frieza and stuff. So leave your thoughts down below as to your overall thoughts on the trailer. If you guys haven't checked out the trailer, again, the link will be down below. Watch it, enjoy it. And who do you guys think this new duo is? Is it in fact Mira and Toa, or is this a brand new duo in and of itself? I mean, have Mira and Toa returned stronger than ever, or is this going to be an entirely separate new duo? Again, it was referenced by Trunks in the trailer that they're going around destroying stuff. Whether or not we do know the reasons as to why is unknown. Characters like Demigra, I highly doubt will be featured in the game. Possibly maybe as a playable character, but in terms of having him be included in the main story, I really doubt, because we saw Demigra pretty much fall and be destroyed in the first Xenoverse game, and we all thought that, you know, Mira and Toa were gone as well. But we see Mira, he was dead, quote unquote, but we saw a little part of him still speaking in Toa's hand. And Toa did reference the fact that she will come back, they will come back, and they will return stronger than ever. So have they adapted and found a new way to destroy time itself? We don't really know. But leave your thoughts down below. If you guys are stoked for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, punch that like button right square in the face, guys. If you guys are going to be getting the game, comment down below as to what system and what will be the first thing you guys will be doing in the game. That's a very hard question, because some of us are going to be jumping on multiplayer, some of us are going to be doing story, some of us are going to be doing parallel quests and whatnot. But like, what are some of the things you guys are going to be doing online? Comment down below and let me know. Once again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys are stoked, make sure you guys leave a like, share the video all over, guys. Again, I mean, for me, I'm going to be doing story first, and then I'm going to be jumping online to battle with you guys. But of course, I think battling you guys online is going to be a little difficult, because if they're going to be adapting the same features to where you have to pretty much rank your character up solo before going online, and that's going to be crazy, because there are going to be so many level 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s online before like the main, you know, juggernauts start coming online as well, because you can already tell that, you know, the leveling system is going to be very different online for Xenoverse 2. But of course, I mean, like, what are your overall thoughts as to who this duo is? For me, I really do think that it's going to be Mira and Toa. I definitely think they're going to be coming back. In terms of there being so-called a third villain, I really doubt that. The BOG and ROF story will be adapted in this game, meaning the Resurrection F story and the Battle of God story will be included in this game. That's pretty cool, because we never really had a Resurrection F story. So can you imagine if Mira and Toa came back and they influenced Golden Frieza to just, you know, be more destructive than ever before? Like that, I could definitely see that happening, because Again, I mean, we did have the BOG story, the Battle of God story, and as cool as that was, they never really followed up after that. I mean, pretty much after that was, you know, the end of Demigra, but now we have the Resurrection F story, which is going to be pretty cool nonetheless. So, thank you all for watching once again, guys. Tune in for more updates, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of you guys probably have boners right now. Boners over 9,000. Thank you all for watching once again. Tune in for October 25th. That is the official release day, guys. I cannot personally wait. So many alterations in this game, so many what ifs in a way, which is pretty cool. So thank you all for watching once again. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all later. Take it easy, guys. Peace!